Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Michelle Valenti, and you are joining us for a seated level 1 class. Today is February the 4th, 2026, and I hear the groundhog saw his shadow, so that means we have more winter. Like, we already know that because we live in Missouri. So anyway, but it is sunny outside today, which makes me happy. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be doing a lot of cardio seated, and we'll be doing this by intervals. Okay, so you're going to go at your own pace with these exercises, but you're going to get a lot of movement and steps in. We'll finish up with some strength. So if you have weights at home, you can get those out and have those ready to go. We will do that later on, though, in the program. All right, so first, a nice warm up here. We're going to sit up as tall as we can, and I want you to try to sit forward in your seat, so scoot your bottom towards the front so we can work our core right away. We're going to sit up really tall, pull our shoulders back, bring our arms down to the side, and start with a deep breath as we stretch up towards the ceiling with our fingers. Reach and breathe in. And exhale, we're going to start folding at the waist and reaching down towards our toes. Blow all that air out. And let's do that again. So we're going to lift, breathe in, and stretch up. And exhale. Think about getting tall here, right? So deep breath in. We're stretching through that core, through our ribs. Exhale. And one more time. Good. Now we're going to sit up tall. Once again, pull our shoulders back, bring our arms out to the side with our palms up, and do some circles forward. So our palms are up. We're going to open the chest and the shoulders here. We want to try to straighten our arms if we can. Good. And breathe. Let's stop and go backwards. And we're going to put our palms down and do the same thing. We're going backwards with those turns. Palms are down. And let's go forward with our palms down. Good. So a little heat building there at the top of the shoulders. Let's bring those arms back down. We're going to kind of shake our shoulders up and down a little bit, loosen our fingers. Now we're going to make a big fist right in front of our shoulders, squeezing our fingers in and push straight out in the front and pull back in. So we straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Good. As you straighten, you want to try to open those fingers up nice and wide. Take a look at your arms. See how straight you can get them. Try to sit up tall and squeeze that core in tight. And now let's do the same thing, but our arms are going to go out wide this time. So we're going out to the side, opening that chest up. Opening those fingers wide again. Good. Think about getting big here. Opening that chest up nice and big. And one more like this, but down to our sides now. Straighten down and curl up. So as you curl, squeeze those arms. Okay, it helps get that blood pumping into those arms. Open those fingers wide towards the floor. Good. All right, now just take those thumbs and try to reach them up towards towards each other over your head and down. So jumping jack type arms. If it hurts to go over the head, then you're just going to come around the front of your body a little bit more. Okay? But keeping that big, long arm again. Well, like long, straight as you can. Sitting up nice and tall. Our thumbs go towards each other. A couple more. Good. And back down. Let's put our hands on our lap. We're going to stretch our neck. Okay, so soften those shoulders. Let's start pulling that chin down towards the chest. Okay, even rest it there. Relax the shoulders. Just feel that stretch down the neck. And then slowly bring that chin up and let's lift it up towards the ceiling. And slowly down again. And up. One more time down. I can't get it up. I know, Jim, I can't, for some reason my volume is stuck there. And back to the center. Now we're going to turn side to side, keeping our shoulders relaxed. So when I do this, I can feel one side pull just a little bit more than the other. So don't push into any pain. This is your chance, though, to start opening up that neck a little bit. Key here is to keep those shoulders soft. And back to the center. Now we're going to tilt our head, right ear to the right shoulder, nice and gentle. You're going to pause here. Look up to the ceiling, your eyes. Take a breath in and out. And let's lift our head back to the center. Now we're going to tilt our left ear to our left shoulder. Look up to the ceiling. Take a breath in and out. Good, and let's bring our head back. All right, now let's do a little twisting at the waist. We're going to take our hands to the right side of our body and then slowly turn our hands to the left side of our body. Okay, so as you're doing that, we're turning our waist. We're not just moving our arms. We're turning at the waist. So think about turning around your ribs here. Little twisting. We're warming up our back and our core muscles. See if you can get them a little bit further around now. Good. And one more, and back to the center. Good. All right, let's start with our toes. We're going to start lifting our toes up off the floor and tapping down nice and hard into the floor. Lift those toes up nice and high to squeeze your calves and your ankles. Good. Now let's do the same thing with our heels, keeping our toes down. Squeeze and lift those heels. Squeeze your calves and squeeze your ankles. Tap those heels down nice and hard into the floor. So we're still trying to sit up nice and tall using our core muscles here. Good. All right, now heels are down. We're going to lift our toes once again and spin this time on our heels out and then in. So we're tapping out, we're tapping in. Lift those toes up nice and high as you do this. You'll feel your ankles. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to start with just a little walk in place or lifting up those knees. Hey, we're going to warm up our quads a little bit. So we're just practicing lifting those knees. Now, as you go, I want you to start lifting them a little higher if you can, which means you're going to slow down. Really concentrate on warming the top of those legs and our hip flexors here. Good. As you're marching now, just like this, we're just going to curl our arms up and down. So I like to curl as I'm lifting a leg. Good. 3, 2, 1. All right. Now we're going to do some step outs to warm up our glutes and our hips a little bit more. So just take your right leg. We're going to step out to the side and step back in. Left leg, step out and in. So all we're trying to do is lift our leg off the floor just a little bit to start. Okay, setting it down, setting it down. So we set it down out, we set it down in. Now we're going to try to lift those knees up just a little bit higher, as like we're stepping over something that's on the floor. So we're going to start warming up those hips a little bit more. Not so far wide, but higher. Okay, so a little higher instead of wider. Good, and 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right. So we're done with our warm-up. I want you to get a quick drink if you want it. And while we're doing these exercises, I want you to try to sit up as tall as you can. So that's going to force us to work our core. Remember, when I refer to core, it means the front of our abs here and also that lower back. So if your lower back starts to feel a little too tight or fatigued, go ahead and scoot to the back of the chair and continue, and letting the back of that chair just support you a little bit. But we still want to try to do this sitting up as tall as we can, right? Pulling our shoulders back and down. All right, so we're going to start with our leg movement here before we add arms. We're going to do something a little different we don't normally do. We're going to do some side stepping, seated. So we're going to scoot once again. If you're not there already, scoot to the front of your seat. We're going to take steps to the right with both feet and then back to the left with both feet. So it looks like this. Right foot, left foot. This is where my feet end up, right? Then I go back, left foot, right foot. So we step to the right, we step to the left. So I'm at an angle now when I'm stepping. Right and left. Let's try it. Right, right, left, left. So turn your bottom on that chair a little bit so you can kind of swivel. So you're getting a big movement here. Right, right, left, left. Good. So everybody has this down nice. We're going to keep this side step. We're going to add some arm movement here. We're going to push out and in, forward and back. Okay, and we're going to do this as we're stepping. Slow here to the beat of that music. Sit up tall, push those arms straight. Left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Straighten those arms in front if you can. 5 more seconds. Right and left. And we're going to pause here. We're going to do that again. Stepping to the right, stepping to the left. We're going to change our arms. This time we're going to push, or we're going to jab forward. Okay? When we step to the right, we're going to jab to the right. When we step to the left, we're going to jab with our left. Right, left, right, let's try it, left, right, left, same leg movement, step, 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 step. Good, you got it. If it's too hard to do your arms, keep moving the legs. This is our brain work here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to do those 2 movements again. We're going to do the same steps, right? Our arms are going to go, what do we do first? Forward. Okay, so it was really the same, right? Except we were doing both arms as we're stepping. And then we just changed it to 1-arm jabs. That's the only difference. The leg movements were the same. We went from 2 arms to 1-arm jab. All right, Ready? We're going to the right first, pushing those arms straight forward. Ready? Let's go. Right and left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. You got it. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now pause. We're going to do that one arm jab. Remember, we go to the right arm jab, to the left arm jab. It's the same thing, but we're just doing one arm. Okay? All right, so to the right first. Ready? Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left. You got it. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left. 4 more. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, and left, left. Good job. All right, take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to do some heels forward, okay? Once again, different arms. So, heels go forward. We're going to start with the legs. Right heel, left heel. Right heel, left heel. Right heel, left heel. Right heel, left heel. Now we're going to add some arms here again. We're going to go up and down. Every time we push that heel out, we're going straight up and down. Okay? So straighten up. Straighten up. Good. Heel out, reaching up, stretching that body out nice and big. Good. Think about reaching up to the ceiling, stretching through that core. Left, right, left. Remember, we're picking our feet back up to bring it in. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with our feet. We're going to do our heels out. We're going to change our arms, something a little bit different here, okay? So this time we're going to have our elbows out to the sides, our fists towards each other, right in front of our chest. And we're going to push back as we bring our heels forward. Okay, so a little different here than we're used to. All right, so let's try it here. We're going to start here. As that heel goes out, you're going to push your arms straight out to the sides. We push back and in, back and in. You got it. Right, left, right, left. Now open up that chest, straighten those arms, and push away. Good. Right, left. Get those heels up there. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Good. Right, left, right, left. And 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. And we're going to do those 2 movements again. So we're going to stick with those heels out in front. First set, we're going arms straight up, opening up our core this way, and then we're going to open up our chest. Okay, same leg movements. Heels are out in front. So we're challenging our brains because we're changing our movements, right? So we're doing our legs differently, then we're switching up our upper body movements. So this is also good for that brain and body connection. All right, so once again, let's start with those heels out. Right, left, right, left. And we're pushing those arms up every time we bring those heels out. And we're going to kind of stretch, opening up that body nice and big. Straighten those arms the best you can and get those heels out there, straightening those legs. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Our last set is where we push our arms straight out to the sides, opening that chest. Same leg movement though, our heels are coming out into the front. And then we'll take a little break again. All right, we ready? Last set of these. Let's go. We're going to go heel at, push back. Open that chest, nice and big. Get those heels up. Good. We're lengthening those legs. We're staying big up top, opening that chest wide. And 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And rest. I'm going to shake those arms out. So we're getting a upper body workout too. Getting that heart rate up a little bit today. All right. We're going to do steps forward this time, okay? So in order to do steps forward, you have to sit to the front of the chair. You can't really step forward if you're sitting all the way back. So let's just practice that. We lift our whole foot off the floor, touch down and back. Left foot forward and back. So not our heels, our whole foot, okay? Whole foot down and back. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Now we're going to add some arms here. We're going to do some pushbacks here. If you have a chair with arms on it, don't hit your arms on the chair. You're going to go wide with these pushbacks. You're going to push back. Back. As you're stepping down, you're pushing back. Pushing back. Get that whole foot down. Foot down. Stomp the floor. Open those arms nice and wide and low. Push back behind your body. So we're using the back of the arms here, our triceps, and our lower and our upper back a little bit. We're going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, changing the arms one more time. Okay. This time we're going to open and close in front of our body. Okay, so it looks like this. When we go forward, we're going to clap our hands together in the front, forward and back. Okay, as we step forward, we're bringing our hands in towards each other, big clap in the front. Okay, and then opening wide as we step back. All right, so let's try that. Right, open, left, open. Right, open, left, open. Right, open, left, open. Right, and left. Big arms, right, and left. Open that chest, right, and left. Right, and left. Right, and left. 4 more. Right, left, right, and left. Arms down. Shake them out. So we're getting a nice arm workout with these exercises. All right, we're going to do those 2 again. As we step out to start, we're going to push back behind our body. Okay, we kind of lean forward into that too, kind of squeeze that core as we push back. We're leaning forward, pushing that whole foot down into the floor. Let's stomp really loud this time. All right, ready? Right, left, 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 right, left. 4 more times. Come on, stay big here. 2, 1. All right, we're going to do that one more time. But this time, remember, we're going to open and close. Open and close. So as we step forward, we're going to close. As we step back, we open. All right, we ready? Let's start. Right, left, 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 right, left. 4 times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and rest. All right, we're going to try one more exercise. And what we're going to do is change the arms a little bit with our legs. So we're going to do 2 different arm movements back to back. Okay. So this one's a little harder. Okay. So we're constantly switching our arm movement to 2 different exercises. Now, while we do this, we're going to do our heels out in front. So we're going to go back to that heel out. Okay. And here's what we're going to do. This is going to challenge you a little bit. Okay. We're going to go out, then up, switching our legs. Out, then up. Out, then up. Let's try it. Out and up. 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 One more. Out and up. We're changing our legs. We're going to step forward now and do the same thing. Out and up. Out and up. Out and up. Out and up. You got it. Out and up. Out and up. See if you can do it without me saying anything. Keep going. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, let's get a quick drink, and then let's switch to some strength training. Okay? Really nice job today. We got a lot of cardio in. You getting tired, Narina? We got a lot of movement in. So what happens with our bodies, we're just doing our legs. It makes it much harder than when you start moving your arms differently to the same leg movement. So you have to turn that brain on. You guys did really, really well with that. So these aren't, and some of these movements we haven't really done before together. So it's really nice to see everybody follow along really well. All right, so if you're ready, we're going to pick up our weights. We're going to start with an isometric hold on one side while we work the other side. Okay, so starting with our arms. Okay, we're going to hold the weight using our bicep muscle and our shoulder, not tucked into our body. That's cheating. Okay, we're going to hold it out here like this, and then we're going to curl our left side up and down. All right, ready? All the way up and down. We're going to do that for about 30 seconds. Okay, so instead of counting, you go up and down whatever speed you want. Okay, make sure you're doing the whole movement all the way up, all the way down, holding that elbow out away from your body on that right side. And we have 10 more seconds, and then we're just going to switch immediately. Okay, we're going to switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch and keep going. All the way up and down, 30 seconds. Try to sit up if you can. Even if you're scooting back to the back of your seat and you need to use that back of the chair for support, you're still going to try to sit up tall using those core muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch again. Same movement. Okay, make sure that elbow's out away from your body. You're using the muscles in that arm to support that weight. This will help you if you have heavy groceries to carry. And you have to throw them on your arm and walk around. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch again. Last time. All the way up and down, holding that other weight out there. If this doesn't start feeling heavy to you, your weights might be too light. Gary's not complaining though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, let's do a little bit of leg strength before we move on back to the upper body. We're going to start with that right leg, and we're going to lift it up in the air. First, we're going to hold it for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to pulse it for 30 seconds. That's a long time. While we're doing that, we want to try to sit up tall, okay? We don't want to start slouching and leaning if we can. Use that core. We're going to lift that right leg up and hold it, okay? And just think about using the top of that leg right here. Okay, the quad muscles and your hip flexors, we're holding it there. You're kind of squeezing that muscle. You're squeezing your core in nice and tight for support, right where your belly button is, right around your rib cage. So believe it or not, this is the easy part. We have 5 more seconds, and then we're going to pulse it up and down. Okay, without touching the floor, let's go. Pulses, little pulses, squeezing that muscle. And taking those deep breaths in and out. We start feeling that burn in the quad, in our hip flexors a little bit. 15 more seconds. This is when I start seeing the winces and the funny faces here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, so you know we have to make it even. We have to lift up that left leg and do the same thing. All right, we ready? So lift that leg up. We're going to hold it here. You're going to squeeze those quads. You're going to squeeze your core so you don't start leaning to one side. Concentrate on those deep breaths, right? We're squeezing that leg. We're taking deep breaths in and out. We're going to enjoy this easy part because in 5 seconds, we're going to pulse it. 3, 2, and pulse up and down. Little baby pulses. Start feeling that burn right away. Concentrate on that breathing. We still have 15 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now let's do the same type of thing with our back. We're going to do some isometric holds as we work the back. Okay, so we're going to start very similar to when we did our biceps, but this time we're going to lean forward over our legs a little bit. Okay, supporting our upper body with our back, with our core muscles, right? So squeeze that core in tight. We're going to lift that right side up like we just did a row, okay? Elbow is slightly off the body. We're squeezing our back here, and we're going to row the other side. 30 seconds. Let's go. So we're just rowing one side at a time. We're keeping that other side in a nice, tight, isometric hold, squeezing that muscle the whole time. So we want to hold that weight up towards our hip, but not lean against it. And just working that other side, working those back muscles on the other side. And then we're going to switch here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. So leave that side up there, squeezing our back, and start working that other side in that upward row. Remember, our elbow is not resting against our body. We're keeping that weight up there by using our back muscles. Squeezing the other side. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch again. The second set starts to feel harder right off the bat. Our muscles start to feel that fatigue. Keep thinking about working your back here, working those back muscles right around your shoulder blades. Good. 10 more seconds on this side. We're going to switch one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch for that last time. So we should start feeling our back muscles now right away, both sides. Try not to rest that weight on your lap or your hip. 10 more seconds. We're almost there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to do one more leg exercise. Okay? Similar to what we did a while ago, but this time we're going to work our glutes and our hips a little bit more. So we're going to do a hold first for 30, and then we're going to pulse for 30. Starting with our right leg, we're going to keep our knee bent. Oh, thank you, Lisa. We're going to keep our knee bent, but we're going to bring our leg out to the side, squeezing our glutes and hips. Ready? Let's go. We're going to keep it out here. Just hold it and squeeze your glutes. That's your butt on that side, okay? Squeeze that glute area, right? Your hips and your glutes. You will feel your hip flexors and your quads here. But try to squeeze your glutes. These are really strong muscles that support your back. 3, 2, 1. Now we're coming in and going out. So squeeze those glutes. Once again, squeeze on that way out. Okay, we're feeling those quads again. We're feeling our hip flexors, but hopefully feeling those glutes as well. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to switch. So left leg comes up. We're going to hold it out to the side, squeezing our glutes right here. We're going to hold it. Squeeze those glutes nice and tight. And feeling the top of that leg still. We have 10 seconds, and then we're going to go in and out, focusing on our glutes and our hips, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, in and out. Squeeze those glutes out every time. Squeeze. Squeeze. We're almost done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And put that leg down. Good job. We're going to put our weights down and get a quick drink. And then we are going to stretch really good. Great job today. Yeah. Next time you guys are going to be like, now what are we doing, Michelle, before I pick my weights? All right, so let's bring our right heel out. And I want you to try to push that leg straight and then kind of lean forward over those legs. So we feel that nice stretch up the back of the leg, but we also feel that lower back a little bit. And we want to concentrate on deep breathing here, not shallow breaths anymore, nice and long and deep. If you want, you can add a toe reach. But our other foot is helping us out here. It's making us nice and stable as we reach forward. Good. Let's sit up and switch those legs. So our left heel comes out. We're going to straighten that leg. Kind of lean forward a little bit. Really push it straight and feel that stretch up the back of your leg. Nice long hamstrings here. If you want, you can add that toe reach. Good. All right, let's sit up and scoot to the back of your seat. We're going to try to stretch those glutes and hips that we just finished working. So keep your left foot down and try to bring that right leg over the top. And then if you can, we're going to try to pull that knee up towards the chest and maybe over a little towards the opposite shoulder. So we're opening this area right here. Deep breaths here. Great job. You guys are very flexible. This is a hard stretch. So hopefully you're feeling that opening up there in that glute area that we just worked. Also helps to open that lower back a little bit. Good. All right, now let's take our hands and we're going to try to push down on that inner thigh. And then also try to push that leg away from your body. Okay, so here we're trying to open those hip flexors on the top that get real tight as we're moving that leg up and down. So that same area, that's where we're trying to open that up a little bit. Good. All right, let's switch our legs. So our right leg goes down, our left one's going to come over the top, and then hopefully we can try to pull that knee up towards our chest and maybe over a little bit towards the opposite shoulder. Very nice. Hold it in there. Think about opening that left glute area or left hip. All right, now we're going to take our hands, we're going to try to push down on that inner thigh and a little bit away from our body. So pretend you don't like your knee and you're pushing it away. We're trying to open that hip flexor here. Okay, so those get real tight. And it is hard to stretch those while seated. So this is one of the best ways to do it seated. Remember this song, Jim? Yeah. All right, now let's put both feet on the floor. We're going to do a little twist here at the waist. Okay, so push your back into the seat and then try to take both hands, grab the right side of your chair, and then start turning your body towards the right. Okay, as soon as you get to a spot where you can't turn anymore, you're just going to try to pause here, hold it, and breathe. So we're holding that twist. And let's come back to the center. We'll do that same thing to the left. So grab it of your chair and slowly turn your body to the left. Hold it. And breathe. Yes. All right, let's come back to the center. And now we're going to clasp our hands together, extend our arms straight out in front. Now take a second and push your shoulders forward, away from your back. Drop your chin towards your chest. This is a nice upper back stretch here, right in those shoulder areas where you did those upward rows. Now, this is my Valentine's playlist. So every song has sugar or sweet or candy in the lyrics. And now let's look up with our chin and open our chest nice and wide. So try to open the chest here. Take some deep breaths in and out. Good. Now let's take a minute. We're going to reach up and stretch our body again. Lift up through that core. Open up your ribs. Let's take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to fold at the waist and reach down towards our toes, keeping our head above our heart. Pause here, stretching through the lower back. And let's do that again. So deep breath as we lift, stretch, breathe in, exhale, fold. And let's do one more time. And exhale. Good. And let's sit up and give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, for a great job. Well done today. And thank you so much for joining me today. Please take your time getting up and moving around. You might be a little tired. Your legs might be fatigued. So give yourself some time and have a great weekend. Enjoy our warm weather we're getting this weekend. Hopefully the snow will go away. And thank you all for joining me at home. Have a great weekend, and I will hopefully see you real soon. Bye-bye now.